course. Good morning. My name is Lauren Kolb. I'm a Senior Agricultural Program Manager for the City of Boulder's Open Space and Mountain Parks Department. Outside of this conference, that's what I do. I manage ag leasing for the City of Boulder's 16,000 acres of agricultural land. I wanted to welcome you all here in person and online to the beautiful JCC. This venue has been a gracious host for our conference since 2018, and we are so appreciative to be here again today. For those of you at home, imagine a beautiful event space with full ceilings and huge windows overlooking the Flatirons, which you can't see because the shades are drawn, but at lunchtime, we'll be able to look out and see the snow-covered Flatirons. It's gorgeous. How is everyone doing this morning? No one's stressed? Just me? Okay. I wanted to open this conference by talking about humans, like our health, and what we can learn from soil. So on each of the round tables in the room, we have a jar full of water and a paper plate with a soil clod on it. These soils were collected from around Boulder County by me. And if you haven't given the clump on your table a glance, please take a look, but be gentle. Some of these soils are stressed out too. So what do you notice about the clump? Is it compressed? Does it crumble quickly if you touch it? It looks like, does it have space to breathe? Does it have porous space for air to go in? Does it have porous space for water to go in? Is it a welcoming space for the below ground community? Are there little root hairs present showing that it was capable of providing a home and maybe food for another living creature? Can it withstand the day-to-day stressors, let alone ones that can come seasonally or even several times in a lifetime, like drought or fire or flood? I want you to go ahead, somebody at the table, and carefully place the clod in the wire basket in the water and watch what happens. Does your clod implode, showering the base of the jar with sediment? Or is it sitting pretty, as if on a pool float in the Caribbean? For those tables blessed with a resilient clod, what are the reasons that it resists falling apart? Fine root hairs? Some other ideas? Yes? Celia? Yeah, mycelia? It's the community below ground. It's the community that's holding those clods together. Those soil microbes are building resiliency into these soils, and if we take good care of that community, it helps us take good care of the soil. And the same can be said for humans. We're social. We need community to support and to support us, to lend a hand when we need it or lend an ear when we're going through something rough. And to be a member of the community is to be willing and able to reciprocate. So I hope you take away two things from today's exercise. One, you possess all of the powers of observation to judge your own soils. So your eyes, your nose, your hands. And two, remember your communities both above and below ground and nurture them for best results. And I left the clicker at the table. All right, so during the breaks and lunchtime, you can wander around and check out the different clods. I can see some stuff already falling apart from up here. So with that, let's get on with some gratitude. I know I say this every year, but we have a phenomenal lineup of speakers. I'm so excited for every single speaker that we have coming today. And this would not be possible without the steering committee. So I wanted to recognize Christine Newton, Vanessa McCracken, Colin Williams, Lindsay Gonzalez, and Trent Kisher for all of their hard work to bring everything together today. So if you could just give a little Miss America wave. I'd also like to acknowledge you, the audience, for taking time out of your busy lives to be here today, either in person or online. and especially our producers. Maybe it's your off season. Maybe you don't know what an off season is. Thank you for coming. So if the producers in the room could go ahead and stand up, I just wanted to acknowledge how appreciative we are for bringing food to everyone's tables. And thanks especially to the folks from Esoterra Culinary, Nikki, Mark, Sean, Jacob, and a Soil Rev first. We have members of the audience that are actually supplying greens for lunch today in the audience, and I think that's amazing. Thank you for coming. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors for today's event. Without their financial support, we would not be able to pull this together. So we'll hold the applause till the end, but I wanted to run through, I think, gosh, we have a dozen sponsors this year. It's amazing. Just kidding. I'll just do this. That's all our partner organizations that brought this together. Next slide. Cool Boulder, thank you. Colorado Department of Public Health and the Environment, the Water Quality Control Division. City of Boulder Open Space and Mountain Parks, whoop whoop. Boulder County Parks and Open Space, thank you. These were all platinum sponsors for our event this year. For our silver sponsors, we have Boulder County Sustainability, Climate Actions and Resilience Department, Oscar, MAD Agriculture, Colorado Department of Agriculture, Pawnee Butte Seed, thank you. And now to our bronze sponsors. We have Northern Water, Schlegel Farms, Cure Soil, who's also got a table in the back, City of Longmont, A1, who also has a table, Boulder County Farmers Markets, Buffalo Brand Seed, they also have a table, and then Eco Products. Eco Products donated all of the products that we are using here today. So thanks to them. Just as a reminder, if you could write your name on your coffee cup or your cold beverage glass and reuse it, we would totally appreciate that. And now we are going to get to audience polling. So this is the website or the QR code that you need to scan. If you are using a flip phone, cool, and you can text LCOLB 303 to 22333 and participate in all of today's events. So we're using this software to not only engage you, the audience, but also gather questions throughout the day. So we do have some pens and paper on the table if you want to write out your questions, but we would prefer that you use pollev.com. Just so that you know, this is an anonymous platform. You can write whatever appropriate username you want to use. If you're texting in, we're not keeping your number. You won't get text messages from us, so totally anonymous. We will not harass you. And so for our answers that are, fill in the blank, capitalization doesn't matter, but spelling and spacing does, so just keep that in mind. And while you're getting that all set up, and while we switch over, the stuff from this slide will go to our next slide when we switch over to pollev.com. I just wanted to go through some other things too, some housekeeping. Bathrooms are out this door here, and use them whenever you need to. Obviously, we have breaks built in for today. We also have CCA credits for anyone in the audience. There's a QR code with some information at the registration desk. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to Christine Newton. She's up here at the front. The bells that you heard worked really effectively, so I feel like it's intuitive, but if you hear them ringing, please start to get to your seats and quiet down. We're gonna continue on with our program. And finally, the best part is we have a whole bunch of giveaways today. You have to stay to the end to be eligible, but we have some great books signed by our speakers today. So we have Nourishment from Dr. Fred Provenza, and we have the only soil sampling bucket approved by City of Boulder, Open Space and Mountain Parks, also as a door prize. So stick around till 4:30. So with that, let's get over to the polling software and we'll start with the questions. Okay, easy one first. What is your least favorite vegetable? Out of that list, you like them all equally? it's more of an exercise, so I'm sorry. Okay. Can you share the responses? Turnips. Got to get some PR. Okay. All right, we're going to go to the next slide. So the bad part about this software is once we go to the next slide, you cannot answer the previous question. So, what is your relationship to soil? Commercial producer, input supplier, ag professional, student, soil health enthusiast, or just here for the food? All right, and we'll go on to the next question. Which counties do you impact? So select all that apply. So if you're a farmer that's farming across 2 counties, or you're an extension agent that's working across the whole Front Range, please just select all that apply to your operation. I think G would be most appropriate, but I will keep that in mind for next year. Okay, and next question. What do you produce? For the beekeepers in the room, bee would be most appropriate. Sorry, I didn't call it honey specifically. Glad there's a lot of policy people in the audience. Okay, and next question. Is this your first time at Soil Rev, yes or no? Okay, about a 50-50 split, interesting. Next question. What are you hoping to gain from today's conference? Lasagna. Oh, you know what, actually, I'm sorry, that was a joke from last year and I meant to clear that out. I had to do that at the break, yep. Okay, knowledge, connections, this is moving fast.